This conversation is brought to you by Modular, the payments automation platform. Hello, I'm Linley Gooden. Welcome to the Future of Utilities podcast. Great to have you with us. Let's talk all things next generation home with Zac Curtis from E.ON UK. Zac, great to have you with us. Tell us a bit more about yourself.
Great to be here. So yes, I'm Zac Curtis from E.ON Next. I'm Innovation Lead, and I am proud, thrilled, and excited to be working on something, the future of which is likely to terrify everybody, called Next Gen Home.
It will affect all of us too. Look, we are connected in many ways. Often we don't even realize how we're connected in our home. But how close are we to a fully automated home? Is it around the corner? Do we even realize?
Well, I've got a couple of different points of view on it. If we think about the phones in our pockets, they're connecting us to so many things already. We're already partly down the path of connecting things together. But in our homes, it's slightly different.
Yeah.
We know that technology exists which connects to the internet, and if it connects to the internet, it can connect to other things. And if you think about IoT-based devices, we're partly there. Now, I am pushing the envelope a little bit with something called energy as a service,
Sure.
which is extraordinarily difficult to launch in this country for various reasons.
Okay.
But the idea is that for no money up front, we will install a full suite of low-carbon assets in your home, so air source heat pump, EV charger if you need it, inverter, battery, solar panels, and open up the market so you can get those things. But the beauty behind it is that we will optimize those things, meaning we'll steer them, we'll control them, we'll demand shift the way those products use energy by using the battery, but also through artificial intelligence and home energy management systems, which then mean that we can keep your bill flat.
That sounds too good to be true.
It is too good to be true, but I'm making it true.
Wonderful. Well, listen, look, we are on the verge of, we are in the middle of an early stage of AI, and that will change our relationship with our home. Of course it will. How will that happen? You know, how close, how connected will we be? And then AI hopefully will make that seamless and make forecast our every need.
Yeah. So if we think that right now, I have this trial live in the UK, where we are steering, optimizing these assets together, we are controlling them.
Yeah.
The goal behind is firstly that we maintain a reasonable low energy price. Right. And we do that by demand shifting, as I said, but also then doing various other things behind. When we think about what that might mean for the customer, it's all about simplicity.
Okay.
It's all about keeping that low cost. So actually, AI or any other type of algorithm trying to control those assets, trying to make it simple for the customer probably won't notice that much difference. Their home is warm, their home is efficient.
Yeah.
So it's all done for them.
This is about, I suppose, balancing out the supply, balancing out the demand, and making sure that we are, an very integrated part of the system, rather than, pulling energy, huge amounts of energy during Coronation Street, and then having nothing during daytime hours.
Yeah, exactly that. So if we think that peak hour demand is increasing all the time, whether it's through the use of electric vehicles or just extra energy demands at home, we need to find a way of ensuring that customers can help balance the grid, but also, again, lower their bills.
Yeah.
It's difficult and perhaps unreasonable to say to customers, you need to stop using energy during peak times.
Yeah.
So we can automate it for them in a useful way.
Great. I mean, look, we'll go on to the prickly issue of trust shortly with AI in mind, but let's go via earning money while we sleep. How is it possible that our homes actually could be earning money for us, could be a much more integrated part of the grid?
Well, it seems like science fiction, Linley.
Sure.
But it's not. So the idea is that right now with the trial, the idea is that...
So tell us about the trial, yeah.
Yeah, so sorry, it's just 18 homes.
Yeah.
Small number of homes,
Sure.
but that's because it's extraordinarily difficult to do, and there's a number of things in terms of regulations which stop us doing it, not just with Ofgem, but with HMRC and various others as well, that we're going to work through. And those 18 homes have customized, tailored, fixed prices.
Okay.
So the same price every single month, and then we control those assets in the background to make sure that that price is maintained. But this is just the start. This is just the test before we move to something else. Now, you mentioned homes earning money for you.
Yeah.
Now, in this small-scale trial, that saving is ensuring that that fixed price is there. Right. Now, in the future, that will be, not now, in the future, that will be something where excess energy can be traded with your neighbor, with your family, with your community. And that then means that whilst in time, it won't be optimization, it will be whole home orchestration,
right.
Which then means, of course, that any trading between homes or between communities will earn you money whilst you sleep. Your home becomes an energy node.
So it's trading electricity, it's also balancing out supply and demand, it's all that stuff, using batteries, I assume,
yes.
as well, all those things. So is that the aim, is to make sure that you can regulate the local grid, the very local grid, maybe in your community, and also then offer us the best price possible? The price sets will be interesting, but still, that's the principle.
I wouldn't say it's a principle, it's more a side benefit.
Right.
The main principle of Next Gen Home is how can we provide customers with a predictable bill?
Yeah.
How can we get them into having some of these low carbon assets?
Yeah.
With no money up front?
Yeah.
How can we make it easy for them? But really, I think the key is how can we ensure that we provide whole home comfort so that and this is linked to trust.
Yeah.
How can we provide whole home comfort so that customers aren't thinking about kilowatt hours? Because it doesn't matter. They're just paying a fixed bill, and then we're providing them with warmth, with energy when they need it, and everything in their home is done for them.
Yeah. So let's get into trust, because anytime you invite AI into your home, it might send a digital shiver down some people's backs, understandably. Yeah. So how do you are people right to be nervous? But also, how do we generate the trust? First of all, how nervous should we be? I think we all have stories rattling around our minds of the intrusion of AI, but actually, this is hopefully a benefit.
There's going to, I guess my comment's going to be slightly provocative in that they're not right to be nervous, but they will be nervous, especially when we see or say that a company is going to be controlling things in your home. That feels like an invasion of some sort.
Even with permission, that feels like an invasion, yeah.
However, we've done months and months of research, and under certain conditions, customers are super happy for us to control these assets. Yeah. And those conditions are, does it provide them with a cheaper bill?
Yeah.
And is it simple for them? They don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Under those conditions, they're fine. They're happy with it. Yeah. And actually, the live trial shows that customers are super happy. So we've got great NPS scores from those customers, and they're willing to progress and keep going.
How do you, what sort of, without going into too much detail, what sort of reactions are you getting? Because trust is earned. So it takes a bit of time, it becomes routine, it becomes less scary, and then suddenly you are going to be having a good relationship with your provider. So is that the flow you're seeing?
Sort of. When I mentioned earlier about the provocative comment is, this is coming, whether people like it or not.
Yeah.
I don't mean Next Gen Home, I mean things being controlled in the home.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you can't override it, but our ability to not have technology impact us in some way, it's impossible. Technology is increasing in the way that it is seen in the home and used in the home.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to make use of that to lower customers' bills and to ensure that we're saving carbon or shifting energy out of peak times.
This conversation is brought to you by Modular, the payment automation platform. And Modular automates how money moves, delivering the efficiency, the accuracy, and the reliability that your finance operations need to scale. We're live on stage at the Future Utilities Conference and as a summit, and if you're listening to us, you won't be seeing what happens next. But in our audience here, hands up if you are slightly nervous about the use of AI in your home. Just be really honest. Okay. Oh, that's one. Thank you very much.
We've got a slightly biased audience here.
Well, that's wonderful, though. That's true, isn't it? But really, really interesting, though. So actually, yes, that's great, because control is had, understanding is there. So I suppose there's a communications piece here to make sure people really understand and trust what you're telling them about the use of their data and how that's going to benefit them. That communication piece is very important.
Yes, correct. So in the design of Next Gen Home, trying to ensure that customers feel comfortable, that they understand how the data is used, they understand how we control those assets, and so that they understand they are able to override certain things. Yeah. You want your EV car charged at a different time? Fine, override it. But if you keep overriding it, it stops our ability to maintain that fixed price.
Yeah, so absolutely. the flexibility, the ability to simply and with clarity turn something off if you don't want it right now, or if you want to take back some more control because you're worried about this particular issue, that can be done. And that's, so are you feeling so far with 18 homes positive about the reactions, positive about the flow? Have you been surprised by anything?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't mention this, but the thing that surprised me...
Nobody knows. Nobody's listening.
There's no one here. No one's
nobody
listening.
here.
Everything's fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
The thing that surprised me the most is the desire for the direction of this proposition.
Yeah.
Because if we think about how far we can take it,
Yeah.
I should probably preface this by saying that this next comment doesn't represent the future agreed strategy of E.ON Next or anything like that.
Of course.
However,
Yes.
hypothetically, how far could we take it?
Yeah.
Imagine this. If we're linked to whole home comfort, if your energy retailer not just optimizes and steers those different assets, but also if you have an IoT-linked fridge, why isn't that connected to your whole home automation? If you have an IoT-linked coffee machine, let's connect that to your whole home automation.
Yeah.
If you, in the future perhaps, if your fridge breaks, is it beyond the realms of possibility that you don't go to AO, you come to your whole home automation provider, and they get you a discounted fridge that connects to the whole home automation?
Yeah. We'll deal with the issues of privacy and data at some other point. We'll meet each other again and talk about that stuff, because that's always going to be a risk, and maybe that's my trust issue. But by 2040, if you can bring out your crystal ball for a second, what will feel completely normal and what will feel like science fiction, what's going to be science fact? Can you even predict that far?
I will have a go at it, because I have quite a strong vision for how energy as a service particularly, but whole home automation will go. I believe that the orchestration of batteries, air source heat pumps, solar panels, inverters, EV chargers, etc., will be automatic. These assets are already in a lot of homes in the UK.
Yeah.
So firstly, there'll be more of those assets across more homes. Not necessarily all of them.
No.
It'll be different bundles which are right for the fabric and lifestyle of those people. But the orchestration of it, the steering of it, will be second nature. People will want those things made efficient and right for them automatically. There will be some people that want to keep control, and that's absolutely fine too, or they might be geeky into it, and they want to do that. So that, I think that's currently science fiction-ish now, although we're doing it. That will become more the norm. What will be proper science fiction will be how your home becomes an energy node, how it then interacts with other homes around it, and then suddenly energy is a living, breathing organism almost that does what's efficient, financially right, and right in terms of carbon as well.
Well, thanks for bringing out your crystal ball. Thank you very much, Zac. Lovely to have you with us on stage. And that's it for now from the Future of Utilities podcast. Great to have you with us too. See you next time.